Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. EonShiKeno here with another StarCraft 2 commentary. We got an awesome replay here from DreamHack. We just saw Hyun take down game number 1. Actually, Patience took down game 1. My co-caster is Axel. How's it going, man?
Dude, it's going so great. I'm happy to be here commentating this with you.
Where have you been, Axel?
I've been doing things and stuff, man. It's the life. I'm
doing things and stuff.
Yeah.
Sounds like the life. I'm so envious of your life right now, man.
Yes. I would love to extrapolate on those things, but I'll keep it on the DL for now.
So I don't want to confuse your subscribers. I'm not EonShiKeno.
You actually did a little
I'm not
thing
a liar.
here.
I'm not a liar either.
Yes.
So I'll be honest. I'm Axel. Thanks for having me on. So did I get the score right? Is it Patience up or is it Hyun up?
Yes. Patience is up 1-0 in this best of 3 from DreamHack.
Perfect.
And we'll see how this goes down, man.
We'll see.
So how's it been going?
It's well, man.
I think the last time you commentated was at the Louisiana LAN we were at together.
Yes.
Right? You commentated with the...
Dude, that was a lot of fun, actually.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun there, too. It was great. It was a great event.
I didn't have to commentate the whole time, though. I actually played. Don't ask me how I did.
I won't.
I lost to QXC 0-2.
Yeah, he went pretty far in the tournament, though. So
he's good. Dude, he got to the final. He won the thing.
Nuh-uh. Apocalypse won it.
Okay, never mind. He got second.
I think he got second.
It was funny. Quick story behind that, though.
Okay.
So QXC was coming from Houston. Actually, he was coming from wherever he lives. I forgot where he lives. I think Virginia or something. And he had a connecting flight through Houston. And his flight was messed up. So he couldn't fly from Houston, Louisiana. So he couldn't get to the tournament.
Okay.
This is where you ask, well, how the hell did he get there?
Yeah, I hadn't heard this story.
Yeah, so I was actually driving from Houston.
Yeah.
So I went to the airport and picked him up from Houston and took him to the tournament.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
So what I could have done, I could have just said screw you QXC and gone to the tournament without him, and I would be $100 richer and have a first round bye.
Yeah, you actually took the person to the tournament that ended up beating you round 1.
Yes. It was an awkward car drive on the way there. I'll tell you that much. I was trying to get his strategies and lay down some metagame. And Hello Kitty, who played QXC after QXC beat me, he was mad at me after I told Hello Kitty that story. So anyway, there's a quick little rundown of that Louisiana tournament. So
well,
that was fun.
That is funny. I didn't know about that. All these little crazy things that happen.
There you go.
Craziness.
But yeah, I casted that. I casted one match there. I think it was like the bronze match with LZ Gamer, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, those bronze and like lower level matches were really entertaining. The dude who ended up winning one of those tournaments was like so enthusiastic to get his hands up
there.
in the air.
They get so excited when they
pumped.
win. If you compare one of them winning and like a Korean,
yeah, it's the exact opposite. It's night and day.
Night and day. Night and day. Okay, so this game, should we talk about it at all? I don't know.
Yeah, we got like an early pull sort of out of Hyun with some gas, looking like a speedling opening. I would assume here. No, yeah, once he gets 100 gas, followed up to a hatchery, so playing pretty safe.
Everything looks standard here.
Yeah, everything looking standard. Patience playing pretty safe as well here.
Some might say patiently.
Patiently. Dude, when I commentated the Patience...
He's still 5 blocks, by the way. It's embarrassing.
He is...
he was for a second.
For a second. It's all part of the plan,
actually,
man.
a few seconds. I wouldn't have said it otherwise. Anyway, go ahead. You were telling a story.
So, he's actually doing a very similar build to the build he just did last game, where he actually opened up a Stargate, made some Phoenixes.
So he went Gateway first. Expand,
yes.
And then the Stargate. Okay.
Yep, and then he followed it up with 2 more gateways at the front of his ramp, and then he added on 4 more gateways at his main and went for a big Sentry, 1 Immortal, Stalker play.
Question for you. I feel like a lot of Speedlings kills this.
It does. Like, here's one thing I don't understand is the Speedling opening is very, very powerful, and that's why I was surprised that Hyun actually lost last game, because he scouted it out, he caught the probe going out to lay the first pylon. He caught it, killed the pylon, and still couldn't hold off it on Whirlwind. So I was kind of surprised by that. So, and that's after he also scouted his opponent's base, because he got a circling up the ramp, and the force field missed. So maybe Hyun is going to be a little bit more ready for it this time.
We'll see. I mean, he's sending some Speedlings across the map. Well, they're not Speedlings yet. They're still Slowlings. So he's going to try to do a ninja pass. But I feel like Patience has done this enough where he's fine. I mean, he's going to have Photon Overcharge on his Mothership Core. He's got Phoenixes coming out, and he's not hiding the Phoenixes, which is interesting. Some players will hide the Phoenixes to try to be sneaky, and then take down a couple Queens.
Yes.
But he's revealing it, so I feel like he should go Robo fairly soon. He's trying to wall off. The Speedling's going through!
Force field. Pretty decent force field, and the Zerglings are forced to fall back. And this outcome was actually a lot better than what happened last game. So what happened last game is Patience did the exact same thing. He threw a Nexus Cannon down at the natural.
Yep.
But the Zerglings got up the ramp because the force field didn't land, so he wasted his Nexus Cannon. The Zerglings got into the main, and he actually killed, I think, 2 workers. So this is actually working out a little bit better than last game for Patience.
Yeah, units lost is 10-2 in favor of Patience, so he's just fine. And he won last game, even though, as you said, that stuff happened in the beginning, so he should be in a decent situation. Going Robo right now.
Yeah, this
also
is
adding on a +1 air weapons upgrade. That's interesting to me.
Yeah, that is interesting. I don't know if he did that last game or not. I don't remember seeing that, but he is getting the Forge. He's probably going to get +1 here and go with the attack, so this is looking identical to Patience's last game. And yeah, I kind of just expect him to see him to do the exact same thing. You know, whenever you're playing a big event like DreamHack where you just have game after game after game, you kind of see more players, especially in group stage where you have to play a ton of games, you just kind of do a build and that's your build. Very few times you'll have players like Naniwal who just have a plethora of builds and kind of just do all kinds of crazy stuff.
So do we have any history of Patience? Is he Korean? Is he like...
He's part of a Zubu. So yes, he is Korean.
Wait, is Zubu still around?
Well, it was at the point of this event. This was like early, or the very end of 2013, but...
Okay.
He actually, I commentated a game between Patience and Naniwal, and Patience actually beat Naniwal in PvP. So he's a very good Protoss player.
Cool. I'm taking notes. That +1 air weapons is really interesting. He's still making Phoenixes too. He's making Immortals and not adding on a Robo Bay. Okay. And when you don't add on a Robo Bay, that means you're not going Colossi. Okay, there's the Robo Bay.
Yeah, there's the Robo Bay.
So delaying that a little bit in favor of an Immortal. So I think he saw the lack of a Hydra Den, perhaps, so he didn't feel pressure to do that. I don't know if he scouted the Infestation Pit, though. No, I don't think he has. But he's definitely going to be looking out. He saw the layer, so he's going to be looking out for, okay, what is my Zerg opponent doing? Is he going layer? Is he going Hydras? Is he going Mutas? Is he going Swarm Hosts? And it looks like it's going to be Swarm Hosts or Infestors. It's going straight to Hive, actually, so going to go straight to the Vipers.
He's getting a lot of work out of these Phoenixes. Last time... Hyun was ready for it, had 2 Spore Crawlers at every one of his bases, and pretty much stopped these Phoenixes from doing anything. But because this map is much smaller than Whirlwind, these Phoenixes are getting a lot more damage in. And we've got Patience kind of doing a little bit of a divergence here in his build. He's going for the 3rd, he's getting the Colossus out, so he's playing a little bit slower than his style last game. And these Roaches are actually getting picked off by these Phoenixes.
That's the +1 air weapons actually being useful, and he has 6 Phoenixes. I don't know the math on that. I'm trying to count the number of shots, but obviously they're going to be taken down much faster than if he didn't have that +1 upgrade. Not incorporating Void Rays, which is mildly interesting to me. I mean, if you're going for that +1, I feel like maybe a Void Ray here or there would be fine, but then again, against Hydras, they're not going to be that great. Against Roaches, they're going to be fantastic. But right now, he's basically using his Phoenixes to find out, you know, what he should build or what direction he should be going in. Trying to scout out that exact unit composition for his opponent.
Yeah, allows you to harass, scout, apply pressure, even defend. Like, he defended those Roaches heading out across the map. Just picked him up, was like, no thanks, I'm not going to let you do that. But look at this Hyun making a macro hatch, setting up a 4th base, just getting ready to make a lot of units. And so we got the
82 drones from the Zerg, by the way.
Yeah, that's a lot. I mean, last game...
That's a boring lecture in college. That's a lot of droning. Terrible. Sorry.
Have you ever used that joke before?
No, I haven't.
I'm surprised. That sounded like a joke that people would like recycle.
Dude, I just came up with that, man.
I'm gonna steal that. Thanks.
Go for it. It's yours. You can have the copyright claims.
Copyright claims. Millions. I'll make millions off of it. So this poor Overseer is just gonna get shot to shit.
Yep.
There he goes. Pop.
You're a little bit ahead of me.
Yeah. To be expected. So Hyun setting up, he's got some Roaches, Hydras, he's got some Vipers coming out now.
Yep.
I was wondering what he was going to go with that Hive, so it's definitely the Vipers.
I feel like these Phoenixes are going to be super good against those Vipers, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, as long as they keep the Vipers above the Hydra, he should be fine.
He has to keep those Vipers near those Hydras because the Phoenixes will just have their way. But he did stop making Phoenixes, so he stopped at 6. Still got the +1 air upgrade, which is still pretty interesting to me. So I guess he feels it's worth it. Getting 6 Phoenixes, that +1 air upgrade might make him feel safe against some mid-game timing attacks.
Muta play, maybe? I don't know if he he's worried about a transition into Muta.
Oh, that's a great point, actually. And Aspire just now finished. Mutas can be so annoying late game if you're not prepared. Greater Spire on the way, so it looks like Broodlords are going to be in the plan for Mr. Hyun. But as it stands, there hasn't been any crazy engagements. It's not like the Zerg player tried to pressure the third. Hyun is just like, okay, you're going to take a third, I'm going to take a fourth, and I'm going to drone up to 80 or more. And we're going to see, you know, a pretty standard macro-type game. And we'll have to see where these guys go from here. Of course, the Protoss is going to be focusing on trying to prevent additional expansions, trying to harass here and there, trying to take down drones, and trying to secure a fourth base. The Zerg, you know, going to maybe try to do a move to try to deny the fourth of the Protoss. But Derelict Watcher is a very open map. What do you think about Derelict Watcher at this stage in the game?
I think that, I mean, at this point, where the question is, like, where does Patience take his fourth? It's looking like he's going to take on the top part of the map where he's got those 2 extra pylons. Yep. It looks like we're going to have to worry about 7 Broodlords coming out here very soon, I would imagine, because that's kind of coinciding those Corruptors, rather, coming out along with the timing of that Greater Spire. So, I mean, he's going to have a lot of roaches. How many roaches does he have? You got 30 roaches, 11 Hydra, and he's going to have about 7 Broodlords. That's going to be a big army. And I'm wondering if he's going to maybe...
it's not very mobile, though, is it?
It's not very mobile. It's kind of like defending / slow pushing a base. And at this point, we don't really see Patience taking a third or fourth base. It looks like he's just going for an attack right now. There's a lot of Immortals, and those Immortals aren't going to do too great versus Broodlords. But then again, he has to keep those Broodlords alive versus those Hydras.
No. Where's the Greater Spire?
In Natural.
Okay, so he hasn't seen the Greater Spire. He doesn't know about the Broodlords.
Yeah.
He's about to find out, though. What you want against Broodlords is kind of not what he has.
Yeah.
In my personal opinion.
Good storms going down now. A couple Broodlords getting shots here from the Phoenixes. The Hydras kind of got evaporated by those storms. Those Phoenixes are actually not connecting with those Broodlords. Stalker's being warped in the back, and the Immortals are still alive, erasing those roaches. And this fight actually turned out in Patience's favor by a long shot. There just wasn't enough AA to deal with the Phoenixes. The Broodlords evaporated, and I think at this point, this may be game over, but there's a lot of roaches in the natural for Patience. There's roaches in the third. There's some Zealots at the fourth. There's kind of like 4 fights going on all over the place, but the massive Patience army is just so huge here in the natural.
He did a great job just getting underneath those Broodlords, taking those out before they did too much damage, because if you try to tease a Broodlord army, you're going to get your army shredded away. So what he did, he got a bunch of Stalkers out once he identified the Broodlords were there, blinked right underneath them, and the Immortals just powered through all those roaches on the ground, enabling those Stalkers to close the distance without dying too fast, taking out the Broodlords, and that gave him the big army advantage. Now from here, I mean, you mentioned the roaches in the third and the natural. It looks like Patience was able to deal with that eventually, but the natural is gone for Hyun. The fourth base at the top left is gone. He's stuck making 7 roaches. I'm not sure what that's going to do against 3 Immortals and about 10 Stalkers, 2 Archons, and 4 Phoenixes. I think Patience is in a spectacular position here to take 2-0.
Yeah, at the beginning of that fight, I was not expecting Patience to dominate so quickly, but I think Hyun was just too far out in the open.
I mean,
if he was maybe in a more defensive position, like up his ramp, up his natural, up the ramp to his third, he could have held that off so much easier, but the positioning just completely favored Patience.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I'm trying to piece that together as we see the GG thrown down by Hyun. You know, it was a pretty, what's the word, lackadaisical game throughout the entirety. I mean, the Phoenixes did some damage here and there, but nothing really game-changing. Patience, it seemed like he got those 3 bases up, didn't really have any intentions of taking a 4th base, it seemed, added a lot of gateways. So once he spotted the extra tech from his opponent, he was able to warp in just a bunch of Stalkers, and I think that was the big move there. He had those Immortals on the ground to take care of the roaches, and once Broodlords are out, you got to be able to close the distance. You got to be able to blink underneath, target those guys down one by one, get them out of the battle, because if the Broodlords are there a long time, they're going to start becoming cost-efficient. And cost-efficient Broodlords are no fun to deal with. You're going to find your army destroyed in a matter of seconds. So I think Patience did a great job identifying the Broodlord composition, and just getting a bunch of Blink Stalkers in there to deal with those very quickly, while also harassing at the top left, taking out that 4th base, not giving his opponent a chance to come back in the game. Pretty nice 2-0 there from Patience. Yeah, apparently he was on a Zubu. I don't know what he's doing nowadays.
Yeah. Who knows? But yeah, I have to say, like, from the games I've watched just in the single group stage with Patience, I have to say he's a really impressive player. I mean, he's, you know, done well against Naniwa. He's taken out Hyun here. So I'd really like to see what his PVT style is. Maybe I'll see that later on as I commentate more games from DreamHack Winter. Got a lot more replays to go through. This is just Group A. Got a lot of replays to go through, man.
That's what's up.
Lots of
StarCraft
games.
2 is amazing. Now, the beginning, though, I'm still thinking about that, too. Because he opened up with the gateway opening and then straight into Stargate with that expansion on the ground. And I feel like what that kind of dies to is just a lot of speedlings.
Yeah, you need to.
I mean,
I think probably go completely all in with mass speedling to take that out, because you have to deal with you have to outlast that Nexus cannon.
Yeah.
And then if you can outlast the Nexus cannon, you kill the Nexus, and then you kind of 2 bases versus 1. And then what's he gonna do? I mean, they can Oracles.
I mean, you got to be able to wall off, I think, against speedling play, and he eventually did a wall off and was able to deal with the speedling play that Hyun did do this game. Yeah. But I'm imagining an earlier speed play with, like, I don't know, 10 to 20 speedlings just ruining Patience's day. Who knows? That'd be something I'd look out for if he tries that build again, or something that I'd like to see how he responds to that. Maybe he scouts with a probe or something hallucinated to see kind of the timing of the speedlings, and then he can feel safe to do that or something. But very interesting, very kind of innovative play there from Patience. And I always like seeing Protoss beat Zergs as comfortably as Patience did, because I'm a Protoss player and I could always use some tips in that regard. So pretty cool game, pretty cool player.
Yep. So I'd like to say thank you for commentating with me. Got any shout outs?
If you want, you can follow me on Twitter at Axel Toss. And I do have a YouTube channel, and
yeah, you can. It's actually
I'm
on
gonna
my
use
suggested.
it one day.
It's on my suggested side for my YouTube channel. It's right there.
Yeah, and maybe in the underbar. Is that what they call these days?
The underbar.
The description.
Oh yeah, I'll link it in there too.
Thing.
Why not?
You can link it in there, and you can go check out my channel.
Yeah.
I'm in the phase where I'm kind of thinking about adding stuff in there. I'm trying to decide exactly what I want to do, but that's where I'm at.
What are you thinking? What are you thinking?
I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see.
Speaking of adding things, I'll just break some news right now. I'm going to start adding some Hearthstone Arena series to my YouTube channel.
Ooh.
So I'll start.
You want to get at Hearthstone, EonShiKeno?
Yeah, today I actually went 12-1.
In Arena?
No.
Oh, just playing ladder or straight ladder?
Yeah.
What with what champion?
I was playing a mage.
Oh, cheap.
Last night I went 12-3, and I was playing. What did I play last night?
Mage is imbalanced.
Mage is pretty good.
It's pretty imbalanced.
I like pyroblasting something for like 14 damage.
It's the worst feeling, man. I have like 14 health left, or no, I have like 10 health left. I'm playing a mage, and I get some taunt guys out there. I'm like, all right, I'm fine.
I'm safe.
I got a bunch of taunts, man. I'm straight. This is gonna be amazing comeback time, baby. Then I get like a pyroblast and fireball in my face, and I'm dead.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Oh gosh, you're bringing up nightmares.
Yeah, nightmares, sweet nightmares. So you guys can look forward to Hearthstone content on my YouTube channel coming up in the future, and also stay tuned for my Altus Life series I'm doing on Arma 3. So I'll be posting more videos from that this week. Got a lot more videos.
Daisy standalone.
Yeah, I'm waiting on it. It's got more room to grow, you know.
Okay, I haven't played it yet.
Yeah.
So would you suggest I play it?
I mean, it's an alpha right now.
A little bit. Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna buy it, go ahead and buy it and play it. So.
Oh, it costs money.
Yeah, it costs money. It's $30, but if you buy it now, you get it forever. So.
How much Dogecoin is that?
$30 in Dogecoin? I don't know, man. That's like 35,000. Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. My math is bad. It's a lot.
Tips. I need some tips.
There you go, guys. I'll put Alex's Dogecoin address in the description, and if anybody out there has Dogecoins they want to give to him, go for it.
I'm just kidding. Don't worry about it, guys.
All right. So thank you for casting with me. It was fun.
Yeah, man.
And I'll see you guys later.